I've been holding off on finishing this story. I've been fucking with y'all on the Instagram, man. It's in my Instagram highlights. We finally gonna finish the story. We finally gonna finish it. This is it. This the moment y'all been waiting for. Okay, y'all wanna know what happened with Jason and Eric and Stacy little conniving ass? I'm ready to give y'all the whole tea. I'm ready to give y'all the whole spill. Welcome back to Stories in the Whip. It's your boy Manny's Mania, Manny the God, Manny the Legend. As you can see, we in the whip. This is Stories in the Whip. Just a disclaimer, this shit is not real, okay? This shit is not real. I ain't about to go to jail behind this. And then also too, as you can see, we in the whip. As we upgrade whips, the stories is only going to get more better. You see what I'm saying? Right now, we in this car. 2-3 years from now, shit, we could be in a Bentley Bentayga. But right now, we telling stories in this whip. Cause it's just you and me here. You see what I'm saying? Welcome. Welcome to the channel if you haven't been here already. If this your first time here, make sure to subscribe. Make sure you like this video and drop a comment. That way we can keep these motherfuckers rolling for y'all, man. But let's get into it. Alright, so we gonna start from the beginning, okay? Jason and Eric, they was best friends since they was 8 years old. They played football together. They did everything together, you know what I'm saying? They was sandbox babies. Now, when the two boys, Jason and Eric, they in their junior year at Mervo, Eric met Stacy. Stacy was one of them girls that was real indecisive. She started messing with Eric, but you know, the two was best friends, so when she met Jason, she immediately started regretting the fact that she started fucking with Eric so fast because she thought Jason was cooler, you know what I'm saying? He was nicer to her and all that. One day, Eric stayed late to work out after football practice, and Jason had to go over to his crib to get the homework from chemistry class because he actually didn't go to school that day. You feel me? He managed to convince his mother that he was throwing up and shit, you know what I'm saying? And so he ain't go to school. So he went over to Eric's house to get the chemistry homework. Now Stacy was already over Eric's house waiting for him, not knowing that he had stayed late to practice and like at the practice to work out and shit. Now when Jason got to Eric's crib, Stacy was standing there thinking that Eric was gonna walk in, but it was really Jason. She had on a little Victoria's Secret that she had stole from her sister. When Jason seen this, he was caught by surprise. He like, what the fuck, Stacy? Put some fucking clothes on. Now Stacy was embarrassed, but she also saw this as her chance to finally get with Eric. Now, Stacy was embarrassed a little bit, but she also saw this opportunity to finally get at Jason like she always wanted to. She like, I don't gotta cover up if you don't want me to. But Jason was too loyal. He knew Stacy was a Trisha the whole time, so he told her no and left. So Jason tried to call Eric and tell him, but Eric didn't answer the phone, so he figured he would just talk to him later and let him know what's up. Now, Stacy little ass, she at Eric's house panicking. She knew Jason was going to tell Eric, so she went ahead and texted Eric real quick and said, yo, Jason just tried to get with me. Now, when Eric looked at his phone, he didn't even see the missed call from Jason. He just seen the text from Stacy. Immediately, he got hot. Jason had also replied to his story, like let him know that the girl he was posting on his Instagram was a thotty and she just tried to hop on his meat. But this nigga Eric got his notifications off, so he still didn't peep it. But he seen Stacy text. As soon as he seen it, he called Stacy like, yo, what happened? And of course, Stacy starts spitting all the lies like, yeah, Jason walked in here, he seen me half naked, and he tried to come on to me. And she tried to say it made her feel uncomfortable. The whole time we know Shorty was the one trying, you know what I'm saying? And she went ahead and even went as far as to say that Jason told her that he would kill Eric about her. When Stacy told Eric this, the nigga started seeing red. Him and Jason was best friends since the sandbox. He like, how the fuck could this nigga betray me like this? Like, this shit is crazy. So he like, yo, fuck it, I gotta call Jason. When Stacy heard this, she immediately got scared. She got scared as shit. She knew, cause she knew that Jason would go ahead and tell him what really happened. And he was going to obviously side with his homeboy cause they known each other since, you know what I'm saying? Since way back when. So she like, what the fuck you gonna call him for? You better than me cause I'd already went ahead and handled that. I guess some people just weak for real. These manipulative words sent the chill down Eric's spine. Cause he know he not weak. He had to prove himself to his girl. So this when Eric decided, you know what, fuck it, I'ma go ahead and kill Jason. They had been friends since they was 8 years old, but Jason did take Eric's girl in the 6th grade. And he still felt some type of way about that. So he felt like this was another one of them things and he wasn't gonna let this shit slide this time. Not again, he told himself. Not again. That's what he told himself. Meanwhile, Jason at home, waiting for Eric to hit him back so he could tell him how his shorty tried to finesse on him. He got worried that Eric wasn't hitting him back, so he tried to call his phone again. So Eric seen Jason calling him, he was about to answer it, but then Stacy synced the call and she stopped him. She said, I don't think there's no more talking that you gotta do at this point. You know exactly what you gotta do. Then she cocked his Glock, handed it to him, put his shiesty mask on and said, I had a bleach ready when you get back. So now Eric is on his way to Jason's crib. Jason, oblivious to what's going on, he don't know what the fuck is going down. So Eric on the way to Jason's crib, right before he get there, you feel me? Right before he get there, a motherfucking black truck blocking his car. He like, what the fuck is going on? Some niggas in suits jump out, they grab him out the car, throw his ass in the car, and they drive off. So now, a few hours go by, ain't nobody heard from Eric. So Stacy calling his phone, she don't know what's going on. So then she fuck around, she called Jason. She like, hey, what's going on? She wasn't expecting Jason to be alive, cause she expected that Eric had already killed them. But she don't know that them niggas in the black truck pulled up and grabbed them, the niggas in the suits. So she like, hey, where's Eric? Did he talk to you? And he like, no, I've been trying to reach him all day to tell him about your bitch ass. And she like, well, he had told me that he was going over there to talk to you. Did he ever come over? And so Jason like, nah, I never seen him. So Stacy think this nigga Eric is lying. She like, I know for a fact he came over there because he told me he was coming over there. So tell me what the fuck happened to him. So Jason like, what you mean what happened to him? Why would something happen to him and he coming over here? She like, cause he was on his way to kill your bitch ass because I told him that you was trying to finesse on me when I was in my Victoria's Secrets. And he like, bitch, you a fucking liar. And when I see Eric, I'ma tell him that you a fucking liar, you lying ass bitch. Meanwhile, Eric is grabbed up, okay? The feds had grabbed Eric up. Okay, whole time, Eric's father was a drug kingpin and they was trying to get something on him. So they had the house tapped. You feel what I'm saying? So when Eric and Stacy, they planning this murder on Jason, the feds seen this as an opportunity to grab Eric so that he can inform on his father. So they got him. They like, listen, we got you on conspiracy. They sitting him down. They in a room and shit. They like, listen, we got you on conspiracy to kill your friend Jason. Now, you could go up the road for this for at least 15 years. But the good news is, you don't gotta go to jail today. You don't gotta go to prison today. We don't even want you. We want your father. So Eric is like, what the fuck, my father? My father, what would you want to do with him? Like, the nigga is a construction worker. And they like, well, we got some shit to tell you about your father. He's actually a drug kingpin. He's responsible for 676 murders. He's responsible for 676 murders. He sells a lot of cocaine in the city and crack. And we want to take him down and we need your help to do it. And Eric like, well, I'm not informing on my father. And they like, listen, you could either inform on your father or we could send your bitch ass to prison. What do you want to do? Because you was just about to commit a murder. We got you with a Glock with one in the head. And we got you on recording saying that you was about to go kill your mans. So what you really want to do? So Eric is like, all right, well, can a nigga at least get some food? And they like, yeah, what you want? He like, listen, I want a #1 from Chick-fil-A with a peach milkshake. This right there, that sealed the deal. Right then and there, that's when Eric decided, okay, cool, I'm gonna have to go ahead and snitch on my father because one, the nigga the nigga shouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying, doing all these crimes and not telling me about it. 2, 676 murders. Like, yeah, that nigga gotta go. Plus they had a peach milkshake for me. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and get that. So they end up letting Eric go, but they gave him specific instructions on, you know, what to get on his father. And, you know, they told him, they said, look, if you can help us find 3 of the bodies, then, you know, we can let all this shit go. And then, you know, we gonna lock, obviously your father gonna get locked up, but you gonna be okay. So Eric like, fuck it, all right, cool. So he go home, and, you know, he's still unaware about the situation with Stacy. So Stacy, at this point, she's riled up. She's like, listen, what's going on? I haven't heard from him, yada yada. So now Eric walks in the door. She's like, where did you go? And he like, listen, I can't tell you. He like, listen, I can't tell you. It's some people, this shit bigger than you and me. And she like, what do you mean? Like, did you go and see Jason? And he like, no, I never seen Jason. So now Eric checks his phone, and he looks at his phone and he sees that Eric checks his phone and he sees that Jason had texted him the situation and told him what was going on. He also sent an audio message of the call from Stacy to Jason. Basically her admitting that she was the one that came on to him, but she had already lied to Eric, and so Eric was going to kill his ass. So Eric listening to the voice memo in front of her, but he got his AirPod in, you know what I'm saying? She don't know what he listening to. So now Eric texts Jason like, got you. So Eric already knowing that he working with the feds now to take down his father. So they're not going to trip if he catch this little body. So he look at Stacy and he like, listen, bitch, you really just tried to play me into killing my mans. She like, what you talking about? He like, nah, cause he just sent me the voice memo of you admitting that you came on to him, but you was gonna get me to kill him to protect your ass, so that you don't look like a thotting ass bitch. And that's when Stacy right there, she fearing for her life. Okay? And Stacy one of them bitches that she resourceful. You see what I'm saying? She resourceful. She had already planned for some shit to go sideways. Maybe the niggas talk and then he end up not killing them. So Stacy, when Eric walked in, she had gave him a drink. Okay? She had gave him a drink, like, here, drink this, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you home. The whole time the drink had poison. It was a paralyzing poison that kicked in after 3 minutes. So once Eric got done with his little, you know what I'm saying, with his little sermon explaining everything, he started to feel his body feel weird. And she looked at him, she like, you feeling a little bit strange? What you thought you was about to do to me? You thought you was about to kill me, nigga? Nah, I had already planned for this. If you would have just, you know what I'm saying? If you would have just did what you was supposed to do, none of this would have had to ever happen. So now I gotta take you out. And so right then and there, Stacy take his gun, cause the nigga can't move now. You know what I'm saying? He laying on the ground. Stacy take his gun. She ready to blam him. Now this is where shit gets sticky. Because now Eric is a confidential informant for the United States government. She's about to kill an informant. But she don't know that. So Stacy cocks the gun. Ups it at his head and let one fly. Bang! Bang! Let another one off. Now Eric dead. Because of some shit that she did. And the moral of the motherfucking story: watch these bitches you keep around you, because these bitches is slimy, grimy, and they got a lot of timey. I don't know if that was, nah, that's not it. Watch these bitches you keep around you, because they could easily set you up at the blink of an eye. Long live that nigga Eric, even though he turned snitch. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I know Jason gonna be grieving and mourning and shit. Eric Favre, you know what I'm saying? He's still free. We can't wait to see what happened with that. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. That's the end of the story. That's where we gonna leave it at. I know y'all wasn't expecting Stacy to pull the trigger, but you know what I'm saying? Stacy been a conniving bitch since the beginning, but I appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Like before, you know what I'm saying? If you don't got nothing to comment, just go ahead and let me know your favorite ice cream flavor. Nobody got my favorite ice cream flavor from the last video. But keep commenting your ice cream flavor. If you got the same ice cream flavor as me, maybe you get a little shout out on the Instagram. I don't know what we gonna do yet. Maybe you get a little $5. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. We gonna see y'all next time. Stories in the whip, baby.